Live from Eorzea.
Limit Break with your hosts, Nero.
Now behold the horror you have wrought.
Kahlo.
I said don't take your clothes off.
Juxtaposition.
I don't get it.
Ascalia.
Holy shit, totally forgot about him.
And Mika.
Oh my god.
LimitBreakRadio.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Limit Break Radio. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Nero, and I want to thank you for joining us for Limit Break Radio. A radio returns.
A radio Radeon R9 27OX.
Kahlo would be disappointed in that intro.
So joining me again today, this is part 2 of episode 11. Joining me today, we've got Nika Kayanian as well as Juxtaposition. How you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Good.
Doing fantastic.
Really? Fantastic?
Yes.
Why?
Because we're having a really good day on Twitch. A lot of people are tuning in today.
Welcome, people of Twitch.
Yes.
All 89 of you.
So we want to thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time checking out Limit Break Radio, we are a podcast. We've got old shows, old episodes that are available to download over at limitbreakradio.com. We do stream Final Fantasy XIV occasionally, but mostly we're just a talk show about Final Fantasy XIV. And we're excited that you're tuning in and checking out the show today. So we've been going now for a year. Holy shit! We did a whole part 1, and we didn't even acknowledge the fact that we have been around for a year officially.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I guess this technically counts as our 1-year anniversary podcast.
Oh yeah.
We should have done something more special.
I know. I feel like I know.
We need cake.
But we are hard at work trying to bring a good show for you guys, and so you know what, milestones like 1 year, but technically it's not even our 1-year anniversary.
It's our 1-year anniversary for season 2.
That's right. But overall, this show started in 2006, which that makes what, 8 years?
Yes. Numbers. Well, what
That's
month?
Time.
God, when did we start the original Limit Break Radio? I want to say, it would have been at the very beginning of a semester. So like August-ish, maybe September.
Okay.
So like around the same time frame, fall, fallish,
general. Okay.
fallish.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay.
Sounds legit. That's legit.
That's dumb.
So here we are. We've got the studio. Let's check out who's hanging out in the studio. We've got a ninja there back on our back bar.
That's Ryuichi.
We see a chair.
We zoom around and show the audience, and somebody gets embarrassed and runs for the door. Sorry, we didn't mean to embarrass you. You could come back now. I'll swivel the camera back so it's back on the hosts. All right, there we go. There we go.
The host and origami.
Yes. So, hi, welcome to the show. We are a Final Fantasy XIV podcast, and we're glad that you're here checking us out. So there have been a couple of small tidbits of news.
Small.
Very small.
Small.
Very small.
Almost as small as patch 2.4.
Although... You know, Juxta. See, here's the thing. This is why I got mad at you guys and said save it for the show. You've made that joke several times about why the patch is small and never provided any fucking context for it.
All right,
nobody in the
I
chat.
can provide context.
Nobody in the chat. Nobody understands that joke. So Nika, go ahead and explain.
The context for that was I was talking about how at this point, the patch has been out for 2 weeks, and I'm kind of already bored with it. Like, we log on, there's dungeons I run in an expert roulette once a day. There's Ninja, which can't get queues because of the dungeon, and there's Coil, which I can only run when my static is online. I just feel like
Well, you're doing it
There's
wrong.
not a lot to do.
My counterpoint is name a patch that is bigger than 2.4.
As in an expansion.
It's. I mean, no.
What? No,
Yeah.
no,
No.
name a
Wait,
patch.
what?
What?
Yeah. Okay. ARR 2.0. Yeah. 2.0 was bigger than 2.4, arguably.
Except that's not a patch.
No, it's
That-
not.
That's
No,
the game.
no. I just feel like in previous patches, didn't get bored as quickly as I am with this patch. I don't know why. Maybe that's just my current...
You're not even through.
You
No,
didn't
but
beat
it's-
Coil
it's-
yet.
it's-
You
I get
beat
it.
one fight.
If you were clearing Coil, and then you could say, "Oh yeah, okay, it's boring."
Okay.
You're
Good
no Mr.
point.
Happy.
But the thing is that I can only do that on the schedule of 7 other people. So right now, like, I log onto the game, I look at Party Finder, there's nothing to do, I do my roulette, and then I log off. But there's nothing. I mean, I can only do the content on the schedules of other people. I can't do it by myself. So that's what's kind of frustrating right now.
You could level Rogue and Ninja through
I'm trying.
leave quests, through fates.
Thankfully, I have had some people who are kind enough to queue up with their level 50 tanks or healers and helped me get some levels in
Yeah,
dungeons.
I would do that for 50K.
What? No, I have friends who will do it because they're true friends. And so thank you to my friend Mikaru and also Iromi, because they have queued up with me and helped me level just because they're friends. So thank you. Shout out to them.
Okay,
I don't know. I still don't think. Saying that you're bored 3 weeks out from a patch. I think that's a little bit unfair.
You still haven't told me a patch which was bigger than 2.4 though.
Because this is pretty
I'm not
standard.
saying the patch is small. I'm just saying
You
comparatively,
are saying
I
it's
haven't
small.
been-
You just
I
said it
haven't
was
been
small.
as bored with the patch so quickly as I am with this one. That's it.
Really, our catch up, the last catch up patch where we had Circus Tower that nobody did because it was pointless because hunts, and now hunts are pointless, so everyone's grinding ST, which I find that
That's ironic. I like
isn't it? Yeah, it's a nice flip, but yeah, hunts are completely fucking pointless now.
Stupid hunts.
I mean, it's probably just the fact that finals are coming up and my group isn't as rating every day. That's
Okay,
probably
well then there you go.
That's your problem,
Yeah.
not
I know.
patch 2.4's problem. So don't be
I
calling
know.
patch 2.4 tiny
I
because
like-
it isn't.
I like Baku 1212 from the chat. # first world problems.
Hashtag first world
so
problems.
true.
That sums it up right there, Nika. That is you written all over it.
kind of.
All right, so there have been a couple of small pieces of news. Mostly, there was a Game Watch interview that Yoshi P gave that had quite a bit of talk about Heaven's Word. So why don't we check this out? This is, by the way, we'll have a link to this, the exact translation that we used at our website, limitbreakradio.com, but basically we're pulling it off of Reddit. So thank you, Reddit, for your content. I know you don't like us, but we like your content. So the first thing here is, and Nika, you're about to be very disappointed.
I know.
Regarding Samurai, they had an idea to make Samurai a tank.
Ooh, tank.
I
Samurai.
would have been okay with that.
It makes
However,
more sense than Dark Knight.
yeah, I'll kind of,
But
you know what, I'll
they
kind of
gave
give
a
you
reason,
that.
though. They give a reason.
However, because the Heaven's Word theme is dark, they felt that a Dark Knight was more fitting for the role. So, okay, all right, I guess. But I guess that's no consolation to you, Nika. Inside of Yoshi P, Samurai feels more like a DPS than a tank.
That seems flipped for me. I feel like Dark Knight is more of a DPS than a tank, opposed to Samurai.
No, I still think the entire concept behind Dark Knight is going to be a magic tank. Now, I could be wrong about this, but you can't have that concept behind Samurai. Samurai would be what, like an evasion tank?
Evasion, parry, tank.
Yeah, evasion and parry. Although I have heard, I don't know, I can't remember what interview it was, so I can't cite this, but I've kind of heard that Dark Knight is going to be a parry and evasion based tank, which I'm like, nah, I hear that. No,
It would be nice if they would have to buff parry though, because right now it's not that big of a stat. But if they made a tank based on parry, I would hope it would get a bit of a buff to stat wise.
Yeah, me too. But I don't see that with Dark Knight. I see I don't know. When you say Dark Knight as a tank, the first thing that came to mind is I was like, oh yeah, it'll be a magic tank. Because I mean, so much of 11's Dark Knight in later levels was not like tank based, but it was like damage mitigation or stat buffing and debuffing. And I feel like if you take those aspects of Dark Knight,
you can easily make a tank out of that.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Since they released the ninja job, they didn't want to release another Japanese style job.
Yeah, to be fair, Final Fantasy XIV only really has room for one Japanese job, so they can just probably skip Samurai forever.
But see, I think that's a stupid reason because, like, look at 11 when they released Ottergon. They had all those like Eastern style jobs. I mean, I don't know. They only get
but that was woven. That was woven into the lore a little bit better, though. Like they had all of the Eastern jobs, which they were distinctively Eastern jobs, and they had their own sort of storylines that were based in the East. Didn't they?
I think they could do something with that with maybe the next expansion.
Okay, but then they've got to all be based out of Dravania, and I don't know that a samurai.
Not this expansion. The next
expansion. Well, and then that goes into the next point, which is that they decided to skip samurai for now. But since a lot of people have been requesting it, they are still examining whether to add it into the future.
There's hope.
So the origins of ninja are from Doma, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Doma?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it stands to reason that so if we go to Dravania and like Dark Knight is somehow attached to Dravania, then it would make literally no sense outside of bringing samurai in from somewhere like Doma. Like bringing it, importing it from somewhere like they did with Ninja already. I think they're right. I think that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. But again, I understand that a lot of people are fans of samurai, and so that's no consolation. Yeah, Saskia had hashtag bring samurai back.
There's still hope.
Nobody likes samurai.
Are you kidding me?
Nobody with a brain. I'm sorry.
All right, are you saying that after you were talking about Dragoon? I would think more people would like Samurai than Dragoon.
Well, okay, to be fair, Dragoon is going to be like the focus point. It's like the new job of the expansion.
Which means they better buff it.
Well, you have to have it before you can buff it, so...
Juxta, we already have Dragoons.
Huh?
We already have Dragoons.
Well, yeah, in Final Fantasy 11. I'm talking about Final Fantasy 14. The disparity between Disciple of War and Disciple of Magic was hugely imbalanced towards the casters. So that's why they added Ninja. So now there's 2 melee DPS. Okay?
I think Nika is standing on top of you as a Dragoon.
Well, okay, well, sure. I can make a red mage cosplay out of my glamours and stuff too, but that doesn't mean we actually have red mages in the game, Nika. I had a ninja glamour before we had ninjas on my bard, so it's okay. Okay, so we're gonna have Hero of Time classes too now because I have a link glamour. We have a hookshot weapon and bombs and stuff. That'd be pretty sweet, actually.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh. Shut up.
Hashtag bring Hero of Time class.
Okay, here's the part that I'm excited about. Implementation of Dark Knight, continuing on in the Game Watch interview. Strong image of FF Tactics and Ogre Battle.
Man, didn't you really like it when you played Final Fantasy Tactics and played with the Dark Knight? You've never played it. I know. That's what I'm getting at because you're a terrible person.
Yeah, maybe I should suck up and buy that from PSN.
No.
Well,
I don't know if they patched it, but on some of the handheld versions, it just has super, super, super bad laggy.
I thought the PSP version fixed that.
Maybe.
Okay. Image of two-handed swordsman guts, similar to that from the manga Berserk.
That was pretty badass looking when I looked that up online.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never looked into Berserk.
He's basically cutting people in half.
That's awesome.
Cleaves.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. But you'll be tanking, so you won't.
Thought about making it a DPS, but ultimately settled on tank. Again, I'm okay with this. I would have been fine with either. So, yeah.
I'm glad it's a tank too, because now we have a Nero locked solid in the tank role.
Yes.
Well, assuming that Dark Knight isn't Gimp. If it's Gimp, then you can't be Dark Knight. Just saying.
Can't talk about why Dark Knight has no class.
It's just embedded within the job itself.
That's funny.
They never have any class, to be honest. So
You're hilarious.
That's obvious.
And you will be able to choose it at the start of the expansion, which is great. I think that's fantastic. So I don't know. I would hope that some kind of quest goes along with it, but yeah, I mean, give it to me sooner. That's great. So regarding the unannounced job, and this is kind of interesting. So, Juxta, you had a lot of predictions about what the new gun
job is going to be.
Yes.
And
you said you were willing to put Gil on some of it.
Oh gosh, I'm still fairly confident.
And now we have a direct statement from Yoshi P. Because your big thing, your hypothesis was it's not what you think it is.
Yes.
And Yoshi P coming out and saying making the new job too simple is not. I'm sorry.
You want to try again?
Yeah. If you look, I'm sorry. The point that I meant to look at was if you look at the FF series of the past carefully, you can imagine what it will be.
Okay.
Imagine. It's an interesting choice of words.
Final Fantasy Tactics, which they mentioned previously in the same article. Final Fantasy Tactics chemists were healers that used guns. They were the exclusive job or gun wielding job, except for mediators, which also could possibly be a healing type class. And they were considered magic users in Final Fantasy Tactics.
So you're sticking with chemist
/ mediator, probably not mediator, but I could see it going chemist. I'm still reasonably sure it's going to be chemist. If not chemist, then maybe agent, but it's come on, really.
Is it going to be physical or magic?
You have a physical healer. What are they going to do? Like beat you to life?
Well, I mean,
do you beat someone to life?
Do you mean called a Disciple of War versus Disciple of Magic?
Right.
Oh my god.
Because I think it could go either way.
I feel like if they do chemist, I feel like it's going to be a Disciple of War.
Really?
Really?
I mean, if they do it
chemist,
the way,
really?
Oh, well, it's going to be called Disciple of War, but it's going to be still a healer.
Okay.
And I just feel like chemists wouldn't fall under either category. It would be like a disciple.
Well, that's the thing. Chemists aren't really magical at all, and they don't cast anything.
See, but I think you make
magic bullets. No,
but I think you make a really good point that they don't have enough in the Disciple of Magic category, and whatever they end up adding is they're gonna fudge it.
They're gonna shoehorn it in.
They're gonna shoehorn it in. That's exactly what I've been trying to say. Yes.
But
yes, yeah, no, that's what I think. See, I think it's either going to be. See, a lot of people have said Corsair because they said look to FF series in the past, but 11 was the only one that had Corsair. Corsair. I mean, unless we're lumping Corsair and Gambler into the same category, I think that's a distinct possibility.
I guess, but Gamblers. They never really used guns.
Even Corsairs used cards. They didn't necessarily their bullets were.
Yeah.
It was about the cards.
I mean, they had die-hard Corsair people who were like, "Oh yeah, look at me! I can do snapshots." One thing, and it's like, go away, just stop. Melee bard. I don't. I feel I'm gonna be really upset if it is a gun job. And it is a Disciple of Magic because it uses magic bullets. That would be really, really lame of Square Enix.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Don't
yes.
do that. Don't do that.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
You're just basically saying, okay, we're going to make you a Disciple of Magic, despite all the lore and evidence and shooting guns and stuff. We're going to call you Magic just so we fill a list, and that I don't feel like that's a good path to set upon.
But
I mean, think about it.
if it's got any magical properties, though, they could throw it in the magic category and say, well, it's got magic properties.
Well, might as well have Paladin be magic. Magical disciple.
Dark Knight's magic.
That's Flash.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Well, you didn't know otherwise.
No, I wouldn't. I would have never been able to know.
It would make sense because, oh gosh, see, there's kind of like a duality between Disciples of War versus Magic, because obviously there's DPS in both sides. Magic has the healer roles, and then War has the tank role. So it would make sense just to keep those separated because they're like kind of, balancing each other. But I just feel like there's not really a reason to balance them, and you could have a Disciple of War be a healing job. I mean, there's not really a reason why Disciples of War have to all be either tanks or DPS.
Other than the fact that they need more magic jobs in here.
Well, yeah, but
that's why I still think they're going to add a DPS and it's going to be a caster.
That's what I hope is going to be the case.
Because each fan fest they've teased at a new job. So I think at Tokyo they're going to at our fan fest they teased Dark Knight. Then at Europe they confirmed Dark Knight and teased the gun class. So in Tokyo they're going to confirm the gun class and tease a DPS. That's what I think.
I just think it would be really, really, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Really not insincere. Oh gosh,
disingenuous.
Yeah, that if they were to have a gun job, because you don't think of a gun job as being magical, unless you use Final Fantasy X-2 Gun Mage as a base. But
why wouldn't you? Gun Mage is probably a pretty good...
Because that's basically Blue Mage, though. And then people are going to be pissed off.
Well, it doesn't have to play the same.
Oh, but then it's like, then you're just calling it a thing, and you might as well just not even use guns then.
But they're breaking all the rules. Dark Knight is a tank. Fuck it. It all goes out the window.
I know, and I hate that.
The yelling.
The window is there for a reason.
Throw it all out the window. Dark Knight has no class. Fuck it. We're breaking all the rules.
We're doing it live.
Yes. And the thing that I was trying to say before, the point that I was trying to say before was making the new job too simple is not going to be interesting. So it sounds like it's going to be more complicated along the lines of, I don't know, would you say that Ninja is a bit more complicated than some of the other physical DPS?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so then they're going to continue the trend of making jobs a little bit more complicated, which I like.
That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that sincerely, I really hope that Dark Knight is a really challenging job as well.
Ugh, I can never see. That's my thing with tanks, is that I like Paladin because it's easy. You just do 1 2 3 1 2 3 and you pop your cooldowns. With Warrior, they have 2 combos and you have to manage wrath stacks, and I'm just this is really, really confusing to me, and I can't handle this while tanking.
God damn, guys, I want to send a huge shout out right now to MTQ Capture, who is hosting our channel. We are at 268. That's a new record for our channel. 268 viewers. So huge shout out to MTQ Capture.
Thank you. I love your keyboard.
Yes, hello everyone. And I'm weeping and they can't see me. Hi.
And videos are so solid. I use MTQ Capture videos a lot. So thank you for the host. We really, really appreciate it. So continuing on the Game Watch article here. More is going to be, of course, announced about the new job at Tokyo Fan Fest. So Heaven's Word trailer has some 2.5 content. So some of them will be implemented before the expansion pack. That I'm really interested to know more about. 2.5 seems like it could be a really interesting patch. We were talking about this a little bit before the show went live, because there's probably not going to be a 2.6. It's going to go 2.5 and then Heaven's Word time.
Then 3.0.
Yeah. And
remember, Yoshi P said that 3.0 is going to be 2.0. It's going to be, the expansion is going to be as big as the original game.
Right.
That was
Which
his
is
words.
exciting.
So now, and maybe the chat can actually help us out since we've got so many people watching. I have not been able to confirm. I've heard rumors of this, but I've not been able to confirm a source. As in terms of, are we going to get expanded Korthus zones? Are we going to get more of Korthus going into 3.0? It feels like we should. And I've said this for a long time. I loved the 1.0 Korthus map, and I wish that I had gotten to explore it more. And I think it would be fun to revisit some of those zones going into 3.0. Okay, so the chat confirming yes, we are. Okay, so that's exciting. So that's a yes. One of the fan fests. Can someone confirm this? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a source, not just people saying yes in a goddamn chat room.
Yes, we will. I said it on the podcast. It's different. It's more official.
So let's see what else do we have in here. It will be a connection to the current story, like the current story did to 1.0, which I think that's fantastic. I don't know how you can have a stronger connection, but then again, I don't know all of the plot points all the way through Final Coil yet, so I'm trying to remain unspoiled on those. It was at FanFests. I don't know that it was. Where was it at FanFest?
I think they're saying the European one.
London.
Really? Maybe it was through one of the things that I slept through. Shit. I gotta go back. I still have not gone back and watched those panels. I'm such a bad fan.
Terrible. The worst.
I know.
Completely horrible.
They will be talking a lot about patch 2.5 at Tokyo Fan Fest. This is another confirmation that a lot of people are excited about, myself included. The Odin battle will be added right after the Fan Fest is over.
I was wondering.
So yeah, I think we had said that on the London wrap-up show. That they were probably holding off on adding that until after Tokyo, and we were right. So,
you know what I bet is going to happen at Tokyo? I bet they're going to have some like little booths that you can play Dark Knight at, because they didn't have anything for the other ones. Because JP,
I'd be sad.
I would be really sad, and no, I don't think that's going to happen.
I bet there will be.
They love Japan because they're from Japan.
If that happens, my heart will literally break, guys.
They're going to get favored more than us. I can see it now.
It will literally break.
I hope that happens. Is Japanese Fan Fest 2 days?
No, wait. I don't know. I don't think it is. Someone in the chat, chat, you've got to help us out again.
We can Google this. I can Google this.
I'm not going to Google it.
I can't. I have a really bad computer.
Yeah, see, Kea mentioning in the chat, I doubt it. They didn't even let EU or NA play with Ninja, which is a good point.
Yeah, but
they
that's
love
because...
Japan.
Okay, it's 3 days, according...
3 days? How many did Las Vegas have? Two, right?
Well...
And Europe had one.
Europe had one. I remember that.
I don't know. Is it 3 days or is it 2 days with a registration day?
3 days. Everyone keeps confirming. That sounds like to me there's going to be a lot more content than London and or Las Vegas, which means you have to cram in more time. And keep in mind that London and Las Vegas was just 1 week apart.
Yeah.
Japan's Tokyo's is
in December.
That's like 2 months, like 2.5 months of more prep time.
That's true.
Oh, they're saying 2 days plus registration. That's what ours was.
Oh, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Who
2 days in reg.
Who said 3 days to start? I'm going to call you out.
A lot of people.
Mr. Kupo 617. Bad. Oh, Beard Man. Beard Man said 3 days. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I feel about you anymore, Beard Man.
Samus in the chat. What up, Samus?
Oh, Samus.
Shout out to Samus.
Shout out to Samus.
Let's see. Also, are you just... Is there an echo in here now?
Is there an echo?
Stop it! I'm going to throw things at you.
Throw things at me.
No, don't start doing Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. The Odin battle at FanFest was the hard mode, air quotes, and the extreme mode will be implemented for the game. So, yay, Odin Extreme. That's going to be fun.
You know what? I bet it's going to be part of the main storyline for 2.5.
You think?
That's my prediction.
Ooh, that would make sense.
I don't know.
Because they're going to be talked about 2.5 at FanFest. They're going to have the Odin battle and then adding it.
Hashtag predictions. Hashtag chemist.
So, you know what would be helpful?
What?
Actually tweet. You hashtag things all the time on the show. Why don't you ever tweet your clever little hashtags out? You don't ever use your Twitter. I officially apologize to anyone who actually follows Juxta on Twitter.
I tweet sometimes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Check my Twitter right now, and you will see that I tweeted about LBR's show.
Well, good. Good for you.
Good for me.
You need to tweet more.
I need to tweet more.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I will take your mic away.
No.
Please do. Put it back
Then
in the
you're going to be
closet.
left with only one person, okay?
Oh, we got Nika here.
Come on.
We got calls.
She barely cleared tier 10. She is so far
so she doesn't count as a person anymore, huh?
No.
Doesn't count as a show. She actually forked over the money to go to FanFest, and now she loses her host spot because she can't clear.
She is the end game
T12
correspondent.
within 3
I'm
weeks.
sitting right here.
Oh, I thought we muted your microphone. I thought. Oh, hi, Nika.
That's okay. We're just being misogynists.
Hashtag fake gamer girl.
Oh my god.
By the way, that.
I'm done.
By the way, that was a reference to an iTunes review that we have gotten recently. Called us misogynists for some reason. I have no idea why.
Because we make fun of the girl. Even though the girl's better at Final Fantasy 14 than all of us.
Yeah, that's true. So regarding flying mounts, you will be able to fly over the entire map of the new area. However, in 3.0, you will not be able to fly over the current game maps. Makes sense. There will be no limit on the time it takes to fly, which is good, and the rewards given so that you can fly over the whole area right away. Rewards will be given so that you can fly over the whole area right away. When you reach the level cap, the new one, presumably, it will be very rewarding.
Okay.
Good point.
Okay.
What? Does that
Thanks.
mean they're like adding new stuff? Like, what does that mean?
What does that even mean? God.
Who knows? There will be adjustments made to mount variety. The basics are done, but they are tweaking the gimmicks and the types. There will be no air battles other than first story / cutscene.
Aw. I still want my Chocobo battles.
Chocobo Knight, new class.
Yes.
It's never
Dude,
gonna
that
happen.
could totally
never-
work. Ride
it's
into battle
never-
against the dragons on your Chocobos. Let's go.
We will never get Chocobo Knights ever.
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 And when we
This has
get it,
been-
I'm going to throw it in your face.
This has been no. It's
you will
not.
never
It's
throw
just
anything.
not. It's never going to happen.
You will never
This
throw
has
this in
been
the
a
face.
theory that has been thrown around since the days of 11, and it made even less sense in 11 than it does now. It's not going to happen. Either everyone will be able to fight from mounts, or it's not. It's just not going to. It's never going to be.
I don't necessarily need a Chocobo Knight, but I figure there should be some kind of battle or event or type of raid where you can get on a Chocobo and fight people.
Okay, how about...
Oh, okay.
How about... Okay, so you have, like, a raid or whatever, but instead of, like, fighting people, you're, like, just, like, on, like, a racetrack and you're racing each other. On Chocobos. Does that sound like...
no.
Does that sound comparable?
No, it's not comparable. Racing is not the same as taking a giant land and
it's like a battle.
People.
It's like a battle to try to get to somewhere instead of trying to battle someone else.
No.
How about if we throw blue shells into the mix?
Almost, but no.
Well,
give me banana peels, and I'll think about it.
Well, banana peels, sure. Upside down item boxes, blue shell or green shells. No. Well, you're gonna get Chocobo Racing and no Chocobo Nights, so deal with it. Hashtag.
You will not be able to fight field mobs in the air. Adventurers will be able to go to Dravania. That seems, I don't know, it seems like a no-brainer.
Dragon World.
Dragon World. I like how it's crossed out.
No, not Dragon World.
And I don't really understand what this means, but they keep their policy from 1.0 that you can go to places that have been, quote, named.
I think that means, like, you can't teleport to an aetheryte of a place you've never been yet.
Oh,
so
okay.
You can't just fly
to
a place you've never been.
Okay, I guess.
So you have to ground mount to wherever you're going to fly to before you can?
Yeah, like, you have to activate it in your list of, like, places you can fly to.
Okay.
You can't just be like, I just bought the expansion and I'm going to fly to the zone all the way across the world without ever having been there. Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Since we've mostly used up all of the... so this is regarding the new primals. Since we've mostly used up all of the old classic FF primals... Really? It doesn't seem like you have.
Yeah, the major ones.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
All the lesser ones, so aside from the big six, are turning into bosses.
I guess you're right.
Like the dungeons.
Like all the when you think of classic summons, they've all been used.
So since we've mostly used up the old classic FF primals, we've decided to do something new. Since Bismarck is a beast type, we've decided Ravana will have a cool insect type design. And of course they do Bismarck because Bismarck is like the least used FF summon ever in the entire series. Because it's a whale, and who cares? But actually, the way that they've redesigned it is really cool, and they're sky whale.
Sky whale.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't it look like Sin a little bit from 10? Or am I making that up?
No, not even a little bit.
A little bit?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay, it looks like a Sin a little bit.
No.
Hashtag it from Maniro. Go ahead and tweet it. It's your words, not mine, okay, man? Watch what you say.
Stop saying it out loud and put it on Twitter. The key is stop saying it out loud.
You're the one saying it on a public forum that Bismarck in 14 looks like Sin from 10. I don't know why you're saying that, because I don't think it does, but whatever you want, Aniro.
And the final point, the battle is meant to include the new job, which means base level will be 60. So
Fuck, I disconnected. Sorry.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Where did that come from?
That was completely out of line.
Jeez.
Sorry.
I can't believe
I don't know why I disconnected.
Well, I don't know why you felt the need to shout it at us.
Right?
Could have just disconnected very quietly and then came back and no one would have noticed.
I'll crawl back into my hole. Sorry.
No. Actually, Nika, since you brought the show to a grinding halt, you brought up actually kind of a valid point. 90Ks.
Everyone in the chat is saying they disconnected.
90Ks are going around like crazy right now.
I'm not the only one. Let's look at our chat.
Uh-oh.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see if I'm going to DC. Are we just going to start losing? Is it going to be like like people are getting raptured? You're just going to start DCing out of our...
Hashtag left behind. It'll just be a Nero in an empty room.
We're going to be the leftovers.
Praise to Bismarck.
See, yep, it's Bismarck. That's what happens. You mention Bismarck, and then everyone DCs. That's gonna be the main fight mechanic. Is that Bismarck causes you to DC?
Oh my god.
So that takes care of the Game Watch interview. Again, we'll have a link to this at our website, limitbreakradio.com.
From the very nice people at Reddit who love us very dearly.
Yes, we love you, Reddit. We promise. We don't just want to steal your content. We want your upvotes too. There was also an interview with Massively, and this is a far less interesting interview. And pretty much the only thing that I thought was interesting was the question of a public test server for new patch content. And the answer was, infrastructure-wise, we have a system in place to make a test server public. However, if we were to set up a test server, we'd have to make sure to hide all the spoiler content, which would in turn push back the major update schedule by about a month.
Like a month to hide spoiler content.
No, I just think to be able to implement it and to make sure that all the spoilers are out before you, like, it would be like you would have to have two versions of the update, the spoiler free version, and yeah, I could see it taking about a month. That sounds legit,
reasonable.
Yeah. A Realm Reborn has been in service for only about a year, so instead of implementing a test server, we have put priority on bringing major updates to our players as quickly as possible. Thank you. That's the right decision, by the way.
I want to say, I feel like it's really, really lame, like in World of Warcraft, when they do the test servers and stuff, that people have, like, down and, like, know all the boss mechanics before, like, the even patch hits.
Yeah.
And it's already on farm status, quote-unquote.
Yeah, that too.
That's really lame to me.
Yeah, I could see that.
So good on you, Square Enix.
But they did say in the future we would like to find a way to shorten such delays and make it a reality. So there might be a possibility for a patch server in the future. But that was really the only interesting thing from this interview.
Whoa, you don't want to know about the Eternal Bond system?
No, nobody cares about that.
But marriage...
They didn't really even answer the question that they asked anyway.
Yeah, nobody cares about morale.
What about linguistic
Because that's a really obvious question. I mean, like, it seems like places, like good community resources were asking that question.
I do think
6
this
months
question,
ago.
like, should players expect to see new jobs and classes in between expansions like we did with Ninja?
Yeah, okay.
And they're saying so far that it seems that they're trying to add everything with the expansion, and it's uncertain if they will add any afterwards. But there I go. I got a cue.
And then will rewards for Hunt still be relevant moving forward into 2.4? Answer no. But will anything new be added to vendors, or will they remain as is? With patch 2.4, the cap on item level will be released and new raids will be added, so the Hunt content will remain as is for now. Hunts will probably get more attention during the patch 2.5 and beyond. So yeah, that's pretty much the answer there. It'll get an adjustment in 2.5, and so hunts are pretty much catch up content. Like, anyone who can't really hack it in Coil, don't worry, you'll be able to do hunts at 2.5. So there you go.
I preferred mustard content.
Just general preference.
Opposed to ketchup.
I see.
Oh.
Oh, Nika.
A really bad pun.
Don't ever change.
Yeah, I like how that took her a second to get.
It did. It really did.
I just had to kind of explain it, but it's fine. We're good. Are we done with this Massively thing?
Yeah, Massively's done.
Massively, get out of here.
And the final little thing here before we take some more calls. By the way, if you'd like to be a caller to Limit Break Radio, send a Skype message to the Skype account Limit Break Radio, or give us a call at 810-515-8715. If we're at a moment where we can take your call, we will take it. Otherwise, you can leave a voicemail, or you can just keep trying us, keep spamming us, and we'll take your call when we can. So again, Skype account Limit Break Radio. Send us a message. Be sure to include your character name and server. And if you had queued before, if you had sent us a message before to be on the show, send us another message if you're thinking about it right now, and we'll know that that you're there and we can take your call first. So, and the final little thing that we have here to talk about is that there's going to be a live letter going down Saturday, November 29th at 3 a.m. Pacific. And Yoshi P is going to be, I'm assuming, answering questions about 2.5. Doesn't seem like we're going to be, he's going to be exploring patch 2.4. So maybe some of the, like dev side, what they feel about 2.4. Maybe we'll get confirmation of a ninja nerf or something. I don't know.
No.
I like that. I like that response. No.
Buff ninjas, please.
Yeah, because they totally need buff.
We don't have enough of a top tier DPS. You know what? Hey, okay, here's what you can do. You can fix the lag at instances so our mudras fire off consistently.
I've heard many complaints of
many bitchings.
Yes.
There is many bitchings. Don't forget also, during the live letter, they will be not only exploring patch 2.4, but also Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn.
Oh, good. I was wondering if they were going to talk about A Realm Reborn.
Yes, they will.
Oh, okay, good.
That's part of their theme. Half the theme, even.
But probably not talking anything about Heaven's Word. Unfortunately, that's
gotta wait for FanFest.
Yeah, of course.
Jerks.
And I guess they're I don't know if this is new or if they've been doing this, but they're trying to get a hashtag going, XIV Live, if you're tweeting about the live letter. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to when they ask us to participate in stuff like hashtags. So
it's because you're a dick.
That's the first time I noticed it. It's the first time I noticed that.
You're the reason we don't get media badges at FanFest.
Why? Because I read through things too quickly and because I don't pay enough attention.
You don't use hashtag FX or XIV Live. The end.
Okay.
Thought finished.
Oh, Juxta's gone from his chair.
No!
Juxta!
I'm gone.
Juxta! That means you have to leave. Get the fuck out.
Cool, I get to go home. Bye, fuckers.
I'm
back. Welcome back. Hi, Nika.
Thanks. Hi.
Ew, what are you wearing? You look really gaudy.
High elegant body for Dragoon.
It's gaudy looking.
I have to change my camera angle now. So there we go.
Make sure you get the app collar.
Wait. No. Here. I found a good solution. It's now first person from your perspective.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Right.
All right.
Yeah. See,
drink.
I'm a thinker. I'm using my noodle.
Drink.
Hashtag blame Nero. Is that a thing now?
Blame Nero. What did I do?
That's all Samus.
Drink.
Stop it.
Gulp.
Stop it.
That time he hit the rim of the cup. He missed.
Okay, all right.
Poor guy.
We get it. Yes, it's a drinking alcohol. There. I'm gonna block it on my screen so you don't know when he's drinking.
I can see his tail.
No, we're gonna block that too.
His name is Frederick. Frederick.
You have the worst names for things.
You have the worst face for everything.
What did you say you named your gold Magitech armor?
Oh, that's Shirley.
Shirley? You said it was Shine Maggie.
Oh, Shine Maggie.
Because
how'd you remember that?
I don't know. Because it was one of the dumber things that you've ever said, and I actually thought about editing it out. That's why. I actually thought about going back and taking that out. And I was like, no, I'm going to let him look like a fucking idiot.
You're a fucking idiot. You know what Chocobo's name is right now?
What?
Choco Bogey.
That is a terrible name.
It's a sweet name.
It's a pun on the Chocobo Boogie, right?
Yes. Kind
but
of.
Bogey is in like a ghost.
Actually, no. That thought just occurred to him.
Well, the first name iteration was
that was not his idea.
Choco Boogie, which is like the dance boogie, but that didn't really make sense. So
no, there is a Chocobo Boogie. It is one of the remixes of the Chocobo theme.
Oh, see, there you go. It makes sense.
See, well then you screwed it up by not calling him Choco Boogie.
But it doesn't make sense because it's not a boo. It's Choco Boo. It's Chocobo. So Choco Bogey.
It's a bogey like a ghost.
Or like he's really good at golf. Or he's in a fight or
really
flight.
Bad at golf.
No. Oh wait. No, yeah, he's bad at golf.
Bogeys are over par.
I'm not good at sports.
See, that's what I thought. I thought you were talking about golf, and I was like, why would he? What?
He's really good in a firefight when he's Chocobo Knight in the air, and he's a bogey. Got a bogey on her tail. Like an enemy ship.
Yes, I know. Good job.
That's where the bogey comes from.
Okay, I get it. Thank you. Okay.
Hey, Nero.
What?
Just hey.
Let's take some callers.
Yes, that's what I was just gonna do.
Who are we getting in our call?
Okay.
Who is it?
Why are we whispering?
Who is it?
It's Aldrich. Aldrich Velcro.
What's he gonna talk about? Guys, I'm Nero.
Oh, stop it!
No, this is very serious.
Stop it! I'm going back to shouting!
This is very serious. Okay.
It's Aldrich. I don't know. Aldrich!
Hello?
Oh,
Shit.
Aldrich, turn down your phone! Oh my God! Turn down the
Holy shit, wait.
turn down the radio.
You can have some echo.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Hi, Aldrich. How's it going?
What's up, gentlemen? How you guys doing? And ladies, of course.
Hi.
We stop it. Stop it. No more whispering. It's creepy. Aldrich, thanks for
That's a
joining.
terrible name for your chocobo, by the way.
Isn't it? Isn't
Choco Bogey is
Yeah.
a great name.
it? No, Choco Boogie makes sense.
But it doesn't
Okay.
make sense because we went through this already. Let's not take up Aldrich's time.
So Aldrich, how you liking patch 2.4 so far?
You know, I'm liking it a lot. It seems like the patch that's kind of brought me back into the game. I was feeling like a little bit of a lull, but I'm really liking the new dungeon.
See, Nika, a lot of people finding a lot of value in this.
Even though it's
Patch.
really tiny, the patch.
I've explained my position already. I'm done.
And it's not the juxtaposition.
It's not. Absolutely the opposite.
So what have you been doing the most? Like, what's the new content that's really like sort of hooked you?
Well, I just kind of like the new dungeons, and I'm working on my next level weapon for where I got to do farm Animus.
Yeah.
So I keep doing those for the Alexandrites. So I've been doing those a lot. I really like Snowcloak. It's great visually. It's not probably...
The music is the best. I
Yes.
love it. It's so peaceful.
You know what? I liked the music a lot the first time I did it, but after like a dozen times doing it, I'm
It
like,
makes me fall asleep.
God, it's like listening to like a Brian Eno record. It's like really boring.
That's what I said about freaking Ampidor Township's music.
I don't remember Ampidor Township's music.
It's like the same thing, basically.
Why are you still calling it township? That was mistranslated.
It will always be township to me.
Ampidor Municipal Airport.
Ampidor tri-state area.
So which of the three new dungeons is I mean, I know you had said Snowcloak you were really enjoying, but which is your favorite?
Surprisingly, it's probably Karn.
Yeah?
I did not like Karn's first iteration, but this one, I like the mechanics, the fights. It's a fun place to be. You don't have to kill those damn faces on the pads anymore, which annoyed the shit out of me.
Or the bees, or any bees. We know there are no bees in that dungeon whatsoever, which is
a
surprising.
design flaw.
There should have been bees.
Should have been lots of bees.
Yeah, because that's what everyone always remembers from original Karn. But I mean, when everyone was like, "Oh my God, not Karn! Oh, it's gonna be so terrible," and it's like, no, none of the hard modes have been like that. I mean, you know,
Tasha.
Sestasha's
I hate that one.
Sestasha sucks.
Pain in the ass.
Out of the three new ones, I would say that Sestasha is the one that I dread getting in a roulette.
Just because everything is placed on your healer. If your healer sucks, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
That's what it amounts to.
I don't know. None of them bug me. I just hate how long the last boss is. That's it.
Well, definitely Karn doesn't bug you because
Karn
there's no
scares-
bees.
No, Karn does scare me. I don't like statues that come alive.
What was that? Do that thing again that you just did.
Because there's no bees?
The thing after that.
Bees?
No, the thing that came after that. Do it again.
Oh, because there's no bees?
Oh, God damn it. Yes.
Oh, that part.
Yeah. What was that?
So I don't.
That was my pun.
Oh, okay. that was the audible sound of your pun.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's you could call it a punch line.
No.
Oh, I'm amazing.
No.
I really should take away your mic.
Look at all these XDs in the chat.
Anyway, sorry, Aldrich, you have tried to say something now 3 times, and Juxta has been
I'm just laughing at you guys.
has been very rude and has interrupted you.
You guys are in rare form today.
Yeah, I think Kahlo being here for the first time in a while.
And now he's gone.
Yeah, and of course, yeah, he disappears halfway through part 1
because I got 2 jobs.
And then he left so rudely.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
He
two
did, too.
jobs.
2 jobs.
2 jobs. Oh, I got 2 jobs.
2 jobs. 1 man.
Have you done any Shiva EX or anything?
No, I just finished the storyline maybe three days ago.
Oh, right
So,
on.
You know, I'm a casual, I guess, would you classify me? But I was happy to get through Shiva. It was a hell of a fight, and I'll get to EX when I have the time to. I'm just hitting turn 5 now.
Oh, right on.
So-
Right on.
It's okay. Us casuals can stick together.
All right. Wait.
Okay. Mark it right now. Nika calls herself a casual.
I'll be a casual, so I'm just gonna ride the wave.
Which goes to show you the other things I like in 2.4 are the Hildebrand quests, which were great. That whole storyline busts my shit up every time I go through it for a different reason each time.
So good.
You know, I have not done any 2.4 Hildebrand. I actually, after I got my Shiva EX clear last night, I started working on 2.3. Was it 2.3 was the last Hildebrand?
Yes.
Yeah. So I started working on the midpoint in that storyline. So
Hildebrand in 2.4 is good. I mean, if you liked Ultros in 6, then you'll like him in Hildebrand as well. I always thought he was annoying, and I still think he's annoying. So
that sounds about right.
yeah.
Checks out.
I've come around to him. The first time I saw him, I was like, "What the hell is this guy?" And then he's just grown on me, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Ultros will do that. So, all right. Well, cool, man. Yeah, 2.4, a lot of fun stuff, and glad that you're digging it, man.
Yeah.
So, any shout outs, Aldrich?
Sure. My free company, Dark Lords on Goblin. The #1 free company on Goblin, I might even add.
Wow.
Look
at this guy.
Number 1.
Yeah. Give a shout out to Pookie, Kala, Luna, and Alizan.
You say Kahlo?
Oh, look at this. It's my turn for a 90K.
Oh.
Oh no.
No. No.
Bad
Yeah,
sound.
looking in our studio, and 4 more people are also going.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the second wave of DCs.
It has been 90K City for the past couple of weeks. I mean, tonight is really bad, but I've noticed that 90Ks have been happening quite often.
Even more people. Holy crap.
Sucks.
Half our studio is DCing right now.
Chat room is lighting up with a bunch of people getting 90K'd. So hopefully this maintenance.
No, I'm gone.
Hopefully this maintenance that they're doing what is that, tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll clear up some of these.
Actually, I think it's tonight.
These 90K issues. But thank you, Aldrich, for the call.
No problem, guys. You have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Take it easy.
Bye.
All right. So I'm gonna try to get back on here, guys.
Lobby server error crash.
Oh no! Are we gonna have to do the rest of the show without in-game visuals? That's so heartbreaking.
We're gonna lose so many viewers.
Actually, we're probably gonna gain more because people are just like,
Fuck it.
yeah,
Nothing to do now.
yeah. If they can't get on the game, they might as well listen to us. We're the next best thing.
Well,
make
you think
sense.
about it. If people are like, well, I'm DC and I'm going to go watch people on Twitch, but no one's on Twitch because everyone's DC'd also.
Yeah, we'll rule Twitch, guys. We will fucking rule Twitch. Let's do it.
No, they're just gonna go play like Team Fortress 2 or something.
People still play that?
I think, guys. This is the first thing popping in. Dota 2. How about that? Is that better?
League of Legends.
Nobody plays
People
that.
are
Nobody plays that anymore.
All right, let's take another call here.
Okay, let's take a call.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Who are we gonna get?
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up, Celio?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm just hanging in there, surviving this, or trying to survive these 90Ks.
Yeah, I know. It's the 90K
The apocalypse.
It's the 90K apocalypse.
It is a 100% the 90K apocalypse. I'm not happy about it right now.
Oh.
I survived the first wave. But
Yeah.
the second one just kicked me out.
Yep. I think it got most everyone. I don't know. Chat is anyone
anyone
still
still
connected?
on
Is
game?
literally anyone connected still?
My lobby.
I think Carletta might still be connected.
No, I saw her disconnecting before.
Okay.
She on now? Oh, she's still alone. When I was getting disconnected, I saw her red dotting, but she must not have.
Fully 90K'd.
Yeah.
That's it. Confirmed. Square Enix hates us. This is just.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you, it's Blizzard trying to get people on their new expansion.
Oh my God! Why did you even
They're
mention this? You mentioned the evil. You mentioned the dark.
I already mentioned it.
Yes,
Oh, did you? When did you mention it?
Wait, the third one. There was a third one?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
What?
I mentioned WoW.
The new expansion?
The new one? No, not
In
the
this episode?
Yeah. Oh, maybe the part 1. I feel like it was part 2.
I don't know. I don't feel like you did.
I'm sorry. I brought up this.
What? You did. That was
It's
wrong.
salty in here
Okay,
now.
since we're on
That
the
was
subject,
wrong,
what did
Celio.
I say?
I don't remember.
Let's talk about me for a second.
So, Celia, what have you been doing the most in terms of patch 2.4 content?
2.4. So far, I've got my ninja up to 47.
Nice.
It's not too bad. I mean, I still like Monk better, just because Dick
love.
Punch. Because that's all I do all day, every day, and it's great.
Are you a lawful?
The only thing I really haven't done from the new patch is Final Coil and Shiva EX. I've cleared everything else at this point.
Nice.
So-
Shiva EX is not hard. Have you already done Ramu?
Yeah. I've got Ramu done.
If you got Ramu done, you will not probably struggle that much with Shiva.
Yeah, it's more just getting people together for things because
Yeah.
getting people together seems to be the hardest issue, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think that I would probably push more of the EX content if it was available through Duty Finder, because I do not like learning through Party Finder, because I feel that people are like way less patient about it, even if it's marked as a learning party.
Yeah.
And people are just willing to kind of push through that shit with Duty Finder stuff. So.
Yeah, that's how I got my Ramu win, was Duty Finder. I mean, my group right now for Coil, we're stuck on T. We just cleared T6 last week, so in before the Echo.
Yeah.
But now we're on T7. It's like shit. We have to learn new mechanics.
Oh yeah, dude. My Coil static when we had left off, we had cleared turn 7, but I was not there for the clear. Yeah, because I had, I think they had cleared that the weekend that I was at FanFest, so it was like, fuck, there's just no way there, even if I had, rearranged all of my schedules, I could not have made that. So, it's just like, fuck. So, but we didn't even bother going into T8. We just went straight to T9.
Okay. Yeah. I need to do it just so I can unlock Final Coil and maybe hook up with some people that are working on that. Because, I mean, I'm at level 111 right now. Like, I'm geared for it. I just don't have access or a group right now on Hyperion.
Right.
Because, I've heard bad things about Hyperion from other people, but I don't have any problems with
A lot of people talk shit about the Hyperion.
Yeah.
It's not
Well, I mean,
most people...
there's a loud majority of us that are assholes. So, there's a small minority of us that are actually cool people on Hyperion. We just don't say anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So all the shit talking about Hyperion, like, there's some good people out there.
No, it's just mostly because it's a populated server. That's what what the shit talking is about, really.
Sargatanis is kind of populated, and we're not assholes.
It's always full.
Yeah, all the legacy servers.
But we're there, and we have the asshole reputation, so I'm going to say that, yeah, we do.
Hyperion did kind of screw up the sign up board at FanFest, though.
No,
Hyperion had a
Really?
big representation at FanFest.
I didn't
Yeah,
notice.
yeah.
Wait, what happened at Hyperion board?
Well, like the JP data center side, which had nobody signing, like somebody from Hyperion made like a 4-foot Hyperion logo on that side of the board.
Take that, JPs.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't being used.
Right? There's no point in not.
And Hyperion is huge, so why not?
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I've been really enjoying the content. I actually played Scholar on Shiva Hard, which was amazing because everyone except for me and the tank died, and I was able to keep the tank live long enough to get her through 20%.
Nice.
What?
Yeah. Like I got a DPS up, like I quick raised a DPS, he limit braked, and then died immediately after that.
That's all he was good for anyway.
And I was like, just fuck it, just dodge and heal, dodge and heal. How does this work? I don't know any of these buttons because I never play Scholar. So I just let EOS do most of it. It was amazing. And of course, it was the one time I wasn't streaming, you know. So that'll go down in just not recorded ever.
Well, but you've got it on Limit Break Radio forever now, so you can go back and listen to that story.
About it, but that doesn't mean shit.
I know. I kind
He was trying to make you feel better, but it's just over now.
Yeah. Well, you can be sad about it then.
Thanks, guys. No, it's been super fun. I love the new patch. There's a lot of new content. You know, I mean, I'm still working towards my Animus.
See, there's a lot of stuff to do.
There's a lot of tiny stuff to do.
Have you been leveling Rogue and Ninja at all?
Yeah. I got it to 47, like I mentioned at the top.
Oh yeah.
He mentioned that. Pay attention.
Hey, I can't pay attention to everything. I'm trying to pay attention to callers and a chat room and you chuckle fucks, and I can't pay attention to everything.
Pay attention to everything except the first thing he said at the start of the call. There you go. Oh, wait, you already did that.
I feel like I should have a notepad and just write down notes of what people are saying.
It's all good. But I love the new patch. Yeah, all the new story stuff was good. I may have looked up some spoilers on the cutscenes for Final Coil.
No! Why would you do that to
because
yourself?
I knew it was going to be a while before I ever cleared it.
I've thought about doing the same thing.
So I figured I'd spoil it for myself rather than let somebody spoil it for me.
Yeah.
Hey, Celio.
Figured better that way. What's up?
You should say a spoiler on the stream right now.
No.
No, I won't do that. Like I nearly shit myself watching those cutscenes, and I don't do it. Don't be like me. Just get through it and then be ready to watch that cutscene.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers. Just don't skip it.
By the way, when I said chucklefucks, I was not referring to the chat. You guys are not chucklefucks.
Chucklefuck's FC name.
You heard it here.
I wish. Oh my god, that would be the best FC name ever.
If only you could put it in the brackets and just walk around.
If my retainer name Horse Piss didn't fly, then because it flew all the way through 1.0. It was that retainer was Horse Piss from the day that I had gotten it to the end of 1.0, and then at 2.0 they were like, nope. Sorry.
Well, see, now that actually people have played the game and someone noticed, so like, oh, wait, no, you can't
Somebody
do that.
finally noticed, I bought this stuff from Horse Piss?
I feel like I should wash it first.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, seriously.
That's funny
This
that in
food
1.0.
needs to be sanitized.
Because in 1.0 you actually had to walk around and look at the retainers.
Look at
I'm
the
surprised that
retainer
nobody
names.
said anything.
Right? Yeah, totally.
I kind of miss that sometimes, and then I think how easy it is now. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no.
No, we don't need that at all. Oh my god, that was the worst way to do it ever.
When I think about 1.0, like I put on my nostalgia rose-colored glasses and just look back and like, oh wow, there was a lot of stuff back then.
Yeah, there were things, there were maps that we didn't explore. But wait, if you actually go and remember those maps, there wasn't anything there to look at anyway.
It was just the same shit you saw 20 feet to the left.
Yeah, exactly. Like someone had told me, hey, did you know that there was a stone and steel vigil in 1.0? And I went and I looked up screenshots and I was like, oh, you mean the same thing? It was like 2 tower structures that you could walk around in the base for. And that was like it. It was like nothing like we have now. I was like, oh, that's supposed to be that? No, that's not the same thing.
Good news, guys. I got back on the server.
Yeah, I'm back in too.
Ah, okay.
Zergrash the server. Key.
Everybody log in now. Let's break it again.
That's totally what's going to happen.
Yeah, there was a hunt here when it went down, and I think it killed everyone because everybody's spawning back in dead.
I'm the only one in the studio.
That's amazing.
Oh no.
The one time a hunt will ever kill a party.
There's only like 20 of us here.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, good times. But yeah. I think about 1.0 with rose-colored glasses. I went back and watched a video of like To Kill a Raven the other day and was just like, wow, the combat's so slow. It's so slow.
It is.
Where now I'm like on Monk, I'm just like smashing buttons like 1 2 3. Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
you couldn't do that in the original because it would break the HUD.
Yeah, it was so bad.
You'd like be mashing 1 and then you'd be like, oh, 1 doesn't work anymore. I broke it. Great. Now I can't hard thrust. That's good.
Aniro, you could never hard thrust. Let's be honest.
All right, Celio. Well, thanks for the call, man. We appreciate it, and we also want to thank you very much for your generous donation of the RAM.
Anytime. Yeah, if I'm going to be doing some upgrades here on my system, so you got first dibs on whatever I got left.
Nice. Yes.
So,
I get sloppy seconds. Cool.
Yeah, I'm upgrading to a new motherboard, new RAM, new CPU. So
nice.
You may get a whole new rig at that point.
Hey, that would be great. Anything would help. The goal is to get a really buttery smooth frame rate when we're doing like really high graphic intensive stuff. So this can do that. Yeah, we've got the video card. The video card has been secured by our fine friends over at Diamond Multimedia. And so we'd like to bring the rest of the rig in line with the graphics technology that we're pumping.
Get something made within the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, that would help. But it's been really cool because like a lot of that tech is really expensive because it's old and you can't
don't make it anymore.
Exactly right. But and we've been sort of crowdsourcing upgrades for the rig, and it's been working out. So thank you very much for your donation.
Hey, no problem. Like I said, you're gonna get my sloppy seconds from now on, pretty much.
Yay! Okay, so all right. Thank you very much, Celio. Take it easy, man.
You too, man. You guys have a good one.
All right,
peace out.
So I just want to. I just noticed this. Logging in, but today is my 420th day subscribed.
420 smoke great every day.
I think I need to celebrate. Need to call a guy who knows a guy.
And you're talking like he hasn't already did it.
I don't know why we're talking like we've had strokes.
Okay. Oh, Aniro.
What?
Do you want to show the stream the picture of Excalibur?
Oh, I can't. I don't.
I don't. That was hard thrust.
What? Oh my god. Yes and no. I would like to show them, but I don't want to look it up and have to like do all of the things with OBS to be able to show them. I was just logging in and now I got 90K again.
A couple people are red dotting in here in the studio.
I'm not surprised. This is going to be like this all night. If you guys are trying to play tonight, it doesn't look like you're going to have a good time. See how I changed that meme? Now it's ours. Doesn't look like you're gonna have a good time is now ours. Trademark. Trademark it.
Doesn't look like you're gonna have a good time.
Hashtag it.
Hashtag it. Tag it.
Oh God! All right, let's see. Probably won't even connect to the data center now. All right, we are. Oh God, we're almost at an hour and a half for part 2.
Oh shit!
God, and we've still got so many people that want to call. Let's see. Who should we take next? Let's take Saskiot. We will take Saskiot as a caller. Saskiot, make sure your radio's turned down. Saskiot!
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
What up?
So
nothing much.
So big,
Trying to craft.
Yeah, if we can.
Yeah, don't craft anything right now.
Yeah,
You're gonna lose all your materials.
Probably not a good idea.
It's for the Beastman quest, so it doesn't matter if I lose it.
No, well, then I guess it doesn't matter. But Saskiel, we do want to thank you for the wonderful contribution from Diamond Multimedia, who you were our point man on that. You hooked us up with this, getting a wonderful donation of a Radeon 280X. And that's what would be providing our wonderful in-game visuals if we had in-game visuals to provide.
Right.
Yes. So, but
you're welcome for that.
Thank you. It's definitely it's been very helpful. So, yeah. So, what have you been digging about patch 2.4, sir?
First of all, the Ultros fight.
All right.
I've always said that 6 was my favorite game.
Yep.
Not just because of the story, but because you actually get to see the villain win.
You do. And because you've got to kill him as God. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And Ultros is a constant reoccurring enemy.
Right.
And when I started watching the cutscenes, I was on Skype with a bunch of friends. And we noticed Ultros looking at a woman's legs, and all of us immediately, in unison, said, "We've seen enough hentai to know where this is going."
Yeah. Tentacle porn jokes are going to be a thing with Ultros.
And plus, his whole ladies thing anyway. It dates back to Final Fantasy VI, so.
It does.
Yeah.
That's part of his character. Before tentacle porn was, as big as it is now. I feel weird saying that.
Oh, this is driving me nuts. So, since I got you that wonderful video card, my boss realized, hey, you know what? I made a good choice. That I brought in a wonderful person to sponsor, a wonderful group. So I go and say, hey, I've been wanting the Radeon 295. Since I did a good job, can you give me a discount on it?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, sure, here. So I pick up a Radeon 295, and for those of you who don't know, that's the video card that comes with its own built-in liquid cooler.
Jeez. God.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm running that, and now I'm getting 90K and I can't play.
Oh,
It's like having a Porsche and
go ahead.
Just having like 3-4 blocks of free street to drive through.
Yep.
I got all this horsepower and nowhere to go.
Yep.
Hashtag first Eorzea problems.
Yeah.
So, the Ultros fight, a big part of the patch for you, Sass. Now, Juxta, we were talking before, and you've got a little bit of a bone to pick with the Ultros fight. What's your problem with the Ultros fight?
It's not necessarily a problem with the Ultros fight itself. Well, yeah, that is a problem with the Ultros fight itself. A big part of it was people were hyping the music.
Yeah.
And it's a good song. It's a very good song.
It's the FF6 boss music. Yeah,
exactly.
It's legit.
It's legit, but people,
there's a but?
There's a but in the room, and it stinks. People were saying it's the Ultros boss music. And people don't realize that the Ultros boss music comes from the opera, which is titled Grand Finale.
Is it always the opera music every time you fight Ultros?
When you fight Ultros, it's always the Grand Finale music.
Oh, okay.
And Well, no, okay, no. It's only when you fight ultras in the opera. I didn't understand. what you're saying.
Okay, yeah, that's
But
what.
it's only in the opera, and that's basically his.
But that's where you beat him for the final time.
Second time.
Honestly,
Second time.
what I wish though is that the Battle on the Big Bridge got an update for this game. So why couldn't they like Final Fantasy 14 eyes the FF6 boss music?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you can
another.
even-
That's another butt to pick.
You mean Scratch?
That definitely, yeah. I think Soken could have put his own twist on that theme for sure.
Yeah, and I think that it would have been really good. Like the Battle on the Big Bridge sounds true to the game, but also really good. And they could have done the same thing with this music. You know,
Right.
If I wanted
remember
to
my
listen to
first
this
time-
music, I would play Theater Rhythm or FF6. I want to hear an update. I mean, this.
What's that?
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Sass.
I was going to say, my first time doing Battle on the Big Bridge, I heard the music, and I was expecting, because they told me it's in phases, that once we go to the next phase, that they were going to play like a remix version, more Final Fantasy 14-ish. Mm-hmm. But they didn't, and it was kind of a letdown. But still, I do enjoy
But
the
it was
music.
still a remake from the original FF5. It wasn't just like taken and plonked in.
Right.
Well, was it completely new, or was it from Final Fantasy 12? I'm actually not sure. Twitch chat, help us out. We don't know.
The Battle on the Big Bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was an original for 14.
Yeah,
Was it?
Pretty sure that was that was like 14
The arrangement was
eyes.
original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that was taken from 12.
Okay.
Because I know Battle...
I thought it was, but then again, I've been wrong before.
I mean, I know Battle on the Big Bridge was in 12, but I don't know if it was that exact version of it.
I can't remember right now.
Yeah,
It was original.
I know.
Yeah. Solid.
12 was a blur.
Yeah,
I
I
think it's original too.
don't remember anything from 12 at all.
Yeah.
So
1 through 8, I know like the back of my hand.
yeah,
11
well, 8 had
Yeah.
one of the more memorable soundtracks, I think. So
True.
yeah.
Really?
Yes, yeah. 8's the highlight for me for 8 is the soundtrack, and in fact, I think it's probably one of the most solid soundtracks in all of the FF series.
I have
Interesting.
a ton of them around here somewhere. I moved into this house almost a year ago, and I still haven't unpacked everything.
Jeez. I mean, why do you think we use "Man with the Machine Gun" as our opening theme?
It
Well,
is a
we
good song.
use it because you love it
I do.
Yeah, that's true.
way too much.
And Machine Guns Rock.
That's right, Man with the Machine Gun. It's all about Man with the Machine Gun. So, all right. Other than the Ultros fight, Sass, what else have you been doing? Been doing any final
Okay.
coil? Any coil progression? Pushing coil at all?
No, though, ironically enough, because of all these 90Ks, a buddy of mine, Zaxiel, who, if anybody knows Wesh, knows that he is my pervy brother in crime, was doing tier 6. They won, and everybody disconnected. He got all the loot.
Oh,
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, that happened. Main thing I've been doing is I've been slowly taking up Nin.
What's
I
it
think-
at? What's it at?
I think it's in the 40s by now, or about to hit 40, something like that.
Okay. all right.
Mostly been crafting because I've been sponsoring a few people in the game, spreading my gill around. So,
You don't want to give us any more market tips here, Sass?
well, if you guys want more tips,
I got a market tip. It's a good
one thing that I do tend to do, since I get to play at work a couple of times, is I just sit in front of the market board, look at what an item goes for, and what people have it listed up. No matter what, you're always going to find people selling items less than what the NPC buys it for.
Didn't you do that, Juxta, with dark matter? You noticed that there was none on the market board, and you just went and it was like a 900% markup.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, you can buy.
Somebody still bought it, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had Dark Matter 5. It sells for 80 gil off the NPC, and I put it up for 1,000 per, and stacks of 99, and I sold like 2 or 3 stacks. So keep in mind that's like 90K. that I just got from nothing.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Ridiculously awesome. I love lazy and or stupid people.
I've been doing that with still Glade chairs. They dropped a bit. They're down to 5.5, but still, like, less than 100 gil for me to make. So when they sell, that's more than...
I probably bought some chairs from you.
But we're not on the same server, so I doubt it.
Oh, well, I server transferred.
Okay.
What?
Just kidding.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
I don't know where I'm going with that, so let's just move on.
What server did you go to, Juxta?
The one.
The one? Which one?
Right.
Yeah.
One.
The left? Wait, what?
What?
Which one?
Center?
I don't know.
Who's on first?
You need to tell me.
What's on second?
Confused.
Oh, man.
All right.
Main tip I'll give you guys right now is, since the whole housing thing has gone completely nuts, to make furniture for houses, whatever craft you pick up, a lot of the low-level stuff sells quick. Don't bother making the big high-level stuff that's worth 100K and up, unless in the market boards you can see that it sells quickly in a day. Because I've got people that are complaining to me that, oh, my tip didn't help them, but they're making stuff worth like $1 million and expecting it to sell in the blink of an eye. Those things are usually they take the longest to sell. They'll probably be up there for over a month and just eating up a slot in your retainer to sell that you can use for other things. Also, materials sell quick too, because not all crafters have all their gathering up.
Good point. There you go. There's your marketing tip, or your market tips from Saskiote. So go steal his markets.
I'll throw a marketing tip in there as well. For those of you who were intelligent and finished your Ixali quests, you can do the last, the highest tier ones for the oak nuts, and 6 of those. You get 6 of those per day, and you can buy in some kind of sealant thing off the vendor for 8 of them, and those sealants go for 150 to 200K. So you get 4 of those every 5 days, basically. So,
Oh, nice.
there you go. If you haven't been doing your Ixali quests, get on them.
And those are used to make the I-70 Crafter secondary tool. So
those are being
Crafters
high
are-
demand for a while.
yes.
Yeah.
When they first came out, they were going for over $1 million on my server and dropped quick.
Oh God. Oh, yikes.
I'm sorry, they've been staying pretty steady at around 200K for a couple days now.
Yeah. Yeah, right now they've settled at about 100. I'd check, but I still can't log in.
Oh, I'm in. Well,
Yeah. I'm in as well. Nika,
I'm
you
sitting
want
at the
Nika, get out of the chair.
title screen here.
this is my chair now, bitches.
I'm sitting at the title screen at 300 frames per second, and I can't log in.
That's a lot of frames.
It is a lot of frames.
There's a lot of frames.
Oh man! All right, Sass. Once again, thank you so much for your wonderful donation and helping hook us up with a graphics card. We greatly appreciate it. So thank you very much.
I'm glad to hear it. Also, update on the CPU. It did have a few bent pins, so right now I have my engineers running through its paces, making sure it doesn't burn out.
Oh no! On the stream, I have a red dot.
Yeah, you did. We've both been red
so do
dotting.
you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Can I sit down, please, in my chair? Thank
We're
you.
red dotting, so I really doubt that.
Yeah,
you
it
have to
won't-
beat me
it
back
won't-
in.
it probably
Beat
won't
me
matter.
back in.
Probably won't matter. Anyway, Sass, thanks for the call, man. Take it easy.
You too. Have a good one.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And as Sass leaves, so does my connection. Womp womp. All right, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave it at the intro scene.
Give it a couple hours.
Yeah. We'll hope.
Boo,
Hopefully,
there I go.
you know what? Maybe this is Square Enix's way of trying to funnel listeners to us.
Yeah, 'cause that's what's happening.
Yeah, and as soon as the show ends,
All the
as
servers
soon
will
as
come
the
back
show
up.
ends, the servers will come back. That's what I'm predicting. All right, so why don't we take one? We're going to take one more call here. Let's take a call from Shinta.
Shinta Pinta.
Shinta Sin.
Hey, what's going on?
Shinta Sin from Ultros. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome to Limit Break Radio.
Hey, thanks for having me. I listen to you guys like a lot, usually during my work shift, because I'm very productive at work, obviously.
Yes. Well, hey, we
help you.
That we like to hear that. So, what have you been enjoying about patch 2.4 so far?
I've been enjoying the 90K screen tonight. That it has a really good animation to it.
Right? That login screen.
That login screen.
That login screen, it's really amazing. They do really good artwork on that.
I know, right? I mean, Sass was saying that he was...
The Answers intro is about to play in a sec.
Yeah, we'll have that. I mean, it's some kind of visual.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Sass, he gets 300 frames a second on that intro scene, or on that login screen. So that's damn impressive.
I have a filthy old school quad core, so unfortunately, I'm only getting 110. I feel so ashamed.
So outside of the 90Ks tonight, what is the 2.4 content that you've been enjoying?
I hate saying it. I haven't been doing a lot of 2.4 content. Really, like, the main thing I've been doing is, like, the storylines and just getting my friends caught up, because a lot of my friends usually said that they quit until they, got 2.4 coming out. So when that came out, then I'm just, like, trying to help them catch up. I don't really have a solid raid group, so I'm not really doing Coil. I am catching up on second, Coil, though.
Yeah, but, second coil. I mean, second coil is a big. Again, it's sort of like how T5 was. Most people were able to progress 1 through 4 no problem, but T5 was that big. Sort of like stopping block.
It was essentially that was the wall, and and I remember, like, the first time I ever completed it, like, the single tank method was something that was just coming out, and I play my main class. I mean, I'm sorry to say, is Paladin. So they were like, you should just go ahead and solo all this. I'm like, you are all out of your minds. Ironically enough, though, I did do that.
Nice.
And this was like about literally like 2 weeks before the next coil came out. So
what's really sad? I mean, Nico was the one who carried me through T5. But I don't know that I could do T5 right now if somebody asked me to. Like, I got carried through it, and I never bothered to do it ever again. Never bothered to learn it. I still couldn't do it to this day. So, I mean, learning the fight, like, there's definitely, there's an advantage to that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, learning it's one thing. And honestly, single tank fighting that fight was probably the most enjoyable thing I've actually done in this game.
Really?
I've never double tanked that ever. I've always soloed that.
I mean, when we were first trying it out, we double tanked it, and we were, definitely not passing it. And then eventually, when they were like, "You should single tank it," I'm like, "How do you even do that?" So then I did. I'm like, "Oh God, I'm actually like." I have this horrible thing where I just sometimes doze off if I get really bored, and I was like, "Oh, I'm actually awake. This is great." I know it's terrible.
I'm not alone.
Every time, like, all right, I'm going to marathon all my dungeons this week that cap out on soldiery/poetics or whatever, and then after the third dungeon, I'm like, oh, I'm bored now.
I totally do that too, though. I mean, like, even if it's like the middle of the day and I'm running something that, like, I know so well that I could do it with my eyes closed, my eyes literally do start to close and I start to drift off.
Yeah, I mean, and the way that they sometimes did their content, unfortunately, it's like a repetitious circle. Like, you know exactly what move's happening when, and it's not like 11 used to be, where like the mobs would just do moves at random with only the occasional thing that was based on a percentage.
Right. Yeah. No, you're totally right. Especially like if you're trying to learn a fight, like we're trying to. My raid group is trying to learn T9 at the moment. If you're just going through that first phase over and over and over and over and over again for like an hour and a half, if you start pushing phases, dude, I mean, like you wipe and then go back to that first phase. It's again, I have the same problem where I'm like falling asleep during the phase that I know, and then I'm not ready for the shit that I need to be ready for in the phase that I don't know.
Yeah, but they also address like that, that kind of content at FanFest, right?
Yeah.
I don't quite remember. Hopefully we're getting some more random content.
Yeah, more dynamic content, I think would be a good way of describing it.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, yeah. But I really just wanted to come on here and tell a wonderful, amusing story.
We'd love to hear it,
Crystal
man.
Tower.
We would love to hear it.
Back when Crystal Tower was new and I was a paladin, as you know, there were you get 6 tanks going in there, and it seemed to be that everybody in the world wanted to be the main tank. Meanwhile, me and my friends just sit back there like, let them carry us through this dungeon.
What was your comment? What was your comment about that, Juxta? I believe you have an infamous comment about this.
Yes, I believe I said that I read forums while people are main tanking.
Something about the penis? Nothing?
I have a big penis, that's correct.
Okay.
I'm not sure why we're bringing that up at the moment.
All right. Okay.
I don't know, Nika. He just turned to me and he's like, got this shit-eating grin on his face, and I'm like, "Whoa, come on, that's easy now."
That's you don't want to.
No hard thrusting right now. Come on, we're on the air.
So me and my girlfriend are just like in this group of all the tanks were tryhards except me. Like literally all 5 of them were, and it was just I guess the best way to say it was a clusterfuck of failure just getting the King Behemoth. But when you get the King Behemoth, you have to have tanks on the towers or else everything goes to hell.
Right. So
they spent 2 minutes arguing about who was going to be the main tank because they were all just yelling at each other. And my girlfriend, who's a summoner, is just hanging out there like, oh, I can't believe this. I'm like, don't worry, I'll solve this. So I essentially yelled in a line chat like, listen, if none of you go for it, I'm going to have Titan go over there and tank this. And then she literally didn't even ask me to do it. She immediately summoned Titan and sent it right out there and sent everything into chaos for about 10 seconds, and nobody was grabbing hate. So I'm like, well, I guess I better do this. And then I go out there, pull up the main hate, from everyone. And, eventually we just tank it, kill it or whatever. I'm like, I hope Titan Negi Senpai noticed my tanking today. And some were amused, others not as much. And I just pretty much I didn't even ask. I just went over there and I tanked the final boss later that match and did it. But Titan Negi Senpai will forever live in my heart, and I hope that my tanking one day impresses the glorious Titan Negi Senpai.
What was it? We were Juxta. You and I were doing Circus Tower not that long ago, and I want to say that I was being quick with my pulls, but
early puller.
I wasn't.
Sun go on,
but again, that's such a Sergeant Tannis joke. No, but that's exactly what happened. I waited what I thought was the appropriate amount of time.
I could 10, 20 seconds. That's all you need.
And I checked my map and I made sure that there wasn't a lot of people that were outside of the arena, and I pulled and half of the alliance just started spazzing out and go, early pull. What a nice face pull. Nice early pull.
Face pull.
And it was
fucking Tomahawk.
Oh my God.
Are you describing Circus Tower or are you describing Hunts?
No,
Circus Tower.
Circus Tower. And people started yelling about an early pull in Circus Tower. So from every pull on after that, we would just say, early pull. Oh God. And even if clearly everyone was there, it was every pull was an early pull.
Well, you got to go admire the scenery for a good minute before you actually pull. Need ready check.
Yeah, ready check.
My friend that has Monk essentially lives by the rule of in Circus Tower that if all the tanks and the healers are ready, then you're all ready to fight.
Yep.
And he'll just go out there and just dash ahead and start the fight.
That sounds right.
It's all the important people.
All right. Well, thanks for the call today. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
You got any shout-outs you want to give before you take off here?
I just wanted to give a shout out to the free company that I'm in, Spikeflail of Ultros. Those guys have been pretty good. I haven't been with them for too long, but I appreciate the Final Fantasy XI name, so I think I'm going to definitely like it there.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Yep, no problem. Thanks for having me again.
Yes, indeed.
Peace out, brother.
Shinta Sin from Ultros. Thank you very much for your call. All right, and so for part 2, God, we are at an hour 42. We are completely forgetting time cues and everything.
Demolishing our recording.
So many people want come talk to us, and we love you for it.
Yes, and there are more. There are more people that want to call up, and we're going to try to get to you in part 3. We might not be able to get to everyone. This is the first time we've had so many calls. All right, let's take one more. We've got someone who's calling in from a phone, so I don't actually know who this is. So, caller, hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, who's this?
Hey, this is a Nero.
Who's this?
This is the Lagoon.
It's the Lagoon. What's up?
Joe never fails.
Say what? Oh, Joe! Joe, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up? I've been trying to call in, man. I've been doing good.
Yeah. We saw you. I was like, oh, that's. I had a feeling it might be you, so we wanted to get you in before we wrapped up part 2. We're almost wrapping up part 2. But Joe Never Fails, one of our favorite streamers. You can check his channel out, twitch.tv/Joe Never Fails. And Joe, man, how you doing? What's been your highlight for 2.4?
I just got T10 down last night, which is so sick.
Nice.
Congrats.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. I went nuts. I flipped out. It was incredible.
Were you streaming it?
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Nice. That's awesome, dude. That's so killer.
So we were having some trouble with group composition for the last 3 weeks. Like, we literally did not raid first week of 2.4. Second week, we lost our main healer, main tank, and our. We switched group comp. We ended up pugging like 3 people last night and downing it. It was so sick.
Wow.
It was an incredible fucking moment.
That's fantastic, man. That's congratulations, dude. That must have been a really stellar moment. I mean, it sort of feels like a Juxta when you and I had pugged Ramu.
Yeah.
After a full day of grinding it, and then to just take it in a pug and not. Because when you do a pug, your expectations are a little bit lower. Or when you take someone in, who isn't a part of the regular static, your expectations for their performance are, not as high as one of your normal static members. But man, to not only progress but to finish it, that's fantastic, dude.
Yeah, it was for me. Like it's my most exhilarating, most enjoyable part of the game for me. Is like going through with people who haven't done it yet, but like prepping people and seeing how they do on the spot. Mm-hmm. Because like what I love is like the people that you go and give a shot that have been dying for a chance, that like just want to impress. Like they want to come in and show people like what they can do.
Totally.
And then they come and perform. I love that. It's such a clutch thing. And we ended up picking up an older tank that we dropped from our raid static like 2 weeks beforehand, who was free because our main tank, we were having issues with the main tank, so we picked him back up, picked up a healer that came as monk. It was incredible. Like it was such an exhilarating moment. Like our first run, I had such low expectations. I was like kind of depressed, like down, because we've been trying so hard on T10, and I was like, oh, this isn't going to happen. We made it to final phase first rip, and I was like, wow, we could do this, and I got hyped up. It was sick. The freaking Buck 30 BIS Choker of Slaying dropped too, and I got that. That was so sick. I'm so pumped about that.
Dude, that's killer, man. And I'll tell you what, that moment where you've like been mashing your face against something over and over and over again, and you finally you're able to push past that phase, whether it's, you finally get your DPS in order, or the healers finally figure out like, where the damage is going to be focused at what phase, and it all comes together, and you're finally all operating on the same page. It really is like something kicks into high gear, something clicks, and you're like, yes, guys, we do it, we got it, let's just keep pushing. And that moment, after being so disheartened and downtrodden by failures, it's a great MMO moment. It's a great gaming moment to have.
It's what I game for. It's absolutely what I game for. The high level raids are what I love for. I love it. Outside of PvP, you know me.
Yeah, absolutely. So how's the PvP scene been looking since 2.4?
PvP, it's changed a little bit because the timing changed and new gear dropped. So like BIS for Dragoon specifically has changed up a little bit. I needed a couple new pieces, which has been pretty cool. It took me about a week to get the new BIS pieces, but I'm still working up my way in Maelstrom. I ended up switching from Flames at 40 with 100 wins to Maelstrom, and I'm still working my way up now. I'll hit 34 on Maelstrom probably the next time I log on. But I love it, man. Like PvP is one of those things. Like it's such a different aspect of the game for me because But when you get to that point, when you're raiding and you're just beating your face up against T9 over and over and over again every week, like, PvP is what adds that little bit of unique, like, dynamic gameplay where it's never the same. Like, you come in and have to constantly change strategy, constantly change group composition and to adapt to different situations. Like, I love PvP. I love it in the game, but it needs to be tweaked, man. Like, it's broken. The system is broken right now. It needs to be changed around.
Right.
That's why I'm thinking about it at FanFest. Like, I want to know what's going on in PvP. Like, the Wolves Den itself is broken.
Yeah.
I think personally.
Nobody does Wolves Den. Nobody's done Wolves Den since Frontlines, really.
That's it, you know. So, and then on top of that, Frontlines, like, for the newer member of Frontline, somebody who goes in has absolutely no clue what the hell is going on. It hurts your team. So, like, the position I try to take now is just I lead out, I read commands, I blow up alliance chat. I've actually been kicked out of a couple of Frontlines because I've
noticed that. I've been watching your stream, and like you've been trying to direct people places, and like not everyone responds very well to that shit.
It's crazy. It's that same type of mentality that I encountered at FanFest for the first time. Like, there's people who just want to hate. Like, people who just want to say you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just want to say no. And when you get one of those people, like, you get a bad seed and everybody's not on the same page, I don't play PvP to waste people's time. Like, I play to win it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't go in to tell people the wrong thing. So for the people who are like, oh, by the way, we lost when Joe was reading, so nobody listened to what he says, it kills it, man. Like, it really kills it. Especially if, like, I get on in the morning and then I raid, like, if I'm going in PvP for the next couple of hours, like, the people that I queue with are the same people. They're like, oh, yeah, by the way, guys, everything that Joe said made us lose the last match, so don't listen to anything he says. And that just sucks. I have to shut up and just do the best.
That sucks, man, because it's not like, you're never a dick about it, you know? Like, you're not like, I don't know. You're not being a dick about it. And it's just like, I don't get that. I don't, if you're not being an asshole, then why are you telling anyone to shut up?
I don't know, man. The worst thing I ever say is lick my PD penis. That's the worst thing I say.
But that's hysterical. I don't know. That's too funny. No, but I honestly, like, there is this weird shade that gets thrown around to, like, either people who are outspoken or they have, like when we had started Limit Break Radio, we had gotten a bunch of really weird shade from the community. And I don't say hate. Hate is like the common, vernacular word that gets kind of associated with that stuff. And it's not outright hate. And it's not, it's not like, people, that's not the right word. I think throwing shade is a way better term to attach to that, because, like, you'll bring up Mr. Happy, and it doesn't matter what group of people you're in, you'll have one person that goes, oh, I don't like his videos. Well, that's fine. You don't have to fucking watch his videos. That's great. You know that you do. I know that you do. You know that you do. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, there's something about being an outspoken member of this community where people just they just want to prove you wrong, Yeah.
I agree, man. I agree 100%. It's a really weird thing, but you're right. It's not hate. It's kind of like, I like that shade. I like that term a lot.
Yeah. It never quite gets to the point of hate. Because this is a really great community. There are tons of other MMOs where it is straight up hate, and it's like that, and it's like, I don't want to, like, it feels like gross and bad to have to put up with that shit. And we don't like, we here at Limit Break Radio, and I feel like we here in the FF14 community, we don't put up with nearly as much of that nonsense as with other MMOs that maybe have just released an expansion pack. So yeah, no, I do find it really weird when it happens, but fortunately it doesn't happen too often inside of our little community here. But yeah, I have noticed that, and I'd love to do a full show on that. Like, I'd love to do that as a full topic as to, like, why, like, why these little pockets of like, shade, or like, like, I'm cooler than you, like, I'm part of the cool kids group. That, like, I think people think that we're like that, like, as, I don't know, as a show or like as people, but we're totally not. And yeah. Joe, I know you're not like that, and all of the other, streamers and podcasters and community folks that I've ever been involved with are not like that. They're just flat out cool people that I really enjoy sharing this community space with, and will continue to do so in the future. But anyway, man, so yeah, the 2.4 content has been really cool. I'm assuming you've probably cleared Shiva EX by now.
Oh yeah, I've had probably the best experience in Shiva EX that anyone could ever possibly imagine.
What happened?
We RFC server first.
Nice. No shit.
Really?
Server first Hero FC. Shout out everybody. Hero Fanflit. What it do, baby? Hero FC. Shout out to Faro, main tank. You know who you are, baby. We had server first. I wasn't personally in that group. We were killing it. We were like bashing our faces up against it for a while. We finally figured it out the next day. I logged on later in the night. We got our first clears together. And my second clear ever, I got a diamond tier drop. And I sold it, first ever sold diamond tier on my server for 7,999,998 gil.
Whoa.
Nice.
Wow. That's awesome.
You really can't complain about that at all.
Konnichiwa, bitches!
Oh, whoa!
Whoa! One of the beautiful things about Fanflit server is like we are a smaller community. We have a very small raid core group, probably like 3 or 4 FCs who are on main content, like T12 farthest. I think people are on T13, but nothing farther than that. Do and a couple other FCs, Exile, stuff like that. And our market is incredibly inflated. So anybody who gets items that people want, like I enjoyed the bit you guys did on the market board and crafting and things like that a second ago, because it's a big thing. The people that can craft and have spent the time and the ability to like make that kind of stuff, it's like right now the I-110 crafted pieces, like no melds, no nothing, are going for like 4 million, 5 million on my server.
Yeah,
and they'll be like one, and they'll just sit there. But like me personally, like I took all that money that I made. And I crafted and I melded the high quality Roots chest, the high quality Roots headgear.
Wow.
So I have some nasty gear right now, which is really cool. I spent like 3 or 4 million on it, but like real quick, crafter's tip for anybody. Like the coolest thing about market boards and stuff is like if you have, for me personally, like in my experience, if you have trouble buying stuff on the market board, try and contact a crafter like in game and say, hey, like I see this up on the market board, but like what can we work personally? Because I ended up, my best ever thing that happened was like 2 days later, I raided Shiva EX again. I tweeted to it. I don't know if I think Juxta saw it, but I tweeted again. I got a diamond tier and an ice tier in one run. Again. Wow. So I have another diamond tier and I ended up getting like 3 or 4 ice tiers and 2 diamond tier drops since I raided Shiva, and I've got like almost all the accessories and all the weapons so far.
Wow. Wow. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
When the new stuff comes out, like when Ramu comes out and when Shiva comes out, what I love to do in my FC is like we all just sit together and farm it. Like we'll cap Poetics through either Frontlines or we'll cap Poetics to the new primals, because like not only do you get that cool gear to glamour, but you get those cool drops. Like especially when it comes out, there are such small windows of opportunity to get that stuff that nobody has. And
that's true.
Window of opportunities there, like the demand is so high. Like somebody wants that first ice barding, somebody wants that first diamond chandelier for their house, and
that's
somebody
true.
spend 15 million, 20 million for it off of like who knows how they get their gil, quote unquote, how they get it, but I don't care. Like if they're going to pay for it, I'll make a profit off of it. So,
yeah, but arguably the smarter thing to do is hold on to that until it's old content and nobody does it anymore. And then you'll really cash in. I mean, it might take a while, but you'll really cash in big time.
I think for me right now, I'm going to take my other diamond tier and just get the Shiva Barding, because I don't think anybody on my server has even bought one or even has it. So
yeah.
I think I'm just going to rock.
And it looks sweet. That Shiva Barding is, oh man, that's like, I'm not huge on the cosmetic stuff, but that Shiva Barding, I would use that in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Like I do a lot of stuff with my chocobo because I like having a high level chocobo. My chocobo will be 13.
Damn, Juxta, what level is your chocobo?
17.
Whoa, oh, you ain't got nothing on Juxta.
Getting up there, buddy.
Damn.
Man, somebody's chosen Earth Spout. Somebody's been shown an Earth Spout.
My chocobo is so fat from all the friggin' crack root it's been feeding.
Super quick question, bro. When you get your first level 10 and you got your barding, when you got your second level 10, did they give you the other barding for it?
Yes, you do. Yep.
perfect. Because that's the main reason why I'm leveling Sugar Boost. I want that tank barding so bad.
The
paladin barding is legit.
It is pretty sweet.
Yeah, the tank part, it looked like the Terminator, bro.
Where is everybody?
Night show, so sick.
So Kahlo has returned.
Hey, what up?
Hi, Kahlo. And Joe. By the way, again, we're talking to Joe from Joe Never Fails.
Joe Never Fails?
Yes.
What's up? We haven't. I befriended you on Facebook.
Hell yeah!
I don't know if you accepted it or not.
I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook, but anybody who sends me a friend request, I usually pick it up. It depends. Like if you send me a message and let me know, because
Joe Never Fails.
I get lots of friends from not only real life but also like in the world now. So
yeah,
in the world, Final Fantasy community. So I don't really know. Like sometimes strangers will just friend me, and I have no freaking clue who they are. So like, just send me a message and be like, "Hey, this is how I know," and then it's easy for me to accept the friend request.
It's a good way to get to know. It's a good way to get to know people.
I get some creepers, I get a little bit.
All right, Joe. Well, thank you so much for your call. Again, twitch.tv/Joe Never Fails.
210 viewers right now.
Say what?
Is Joe the reason we're at 210 viewers right now?
No. You guys are doing your thing. Hey, real quick, shout out LBR. Like you guys, I love you guys. I freaking love you guys.
Thanks, man. That's very kind of you.
It's an awesome thing to just be able to sit and listen while I grind or listen while I play or while I raid. Like I love your show. I love what you guys do. So keep doing your fucking thing.
Thanks, man. That's so huge, and I'll also, I will return the compliment by saying that, out at FanFest, you were one of the most positive and energetic people that we met in the entire weekend. You made that weekend fun. Like you were like one of the top 10 reasons that was a great weekend. Outside of all of the cool Final Fantasy 14 stuff that was going on, your enthusiasm for the whole thing was just so infectious that it bled over into us every time that we saw you. So thanks so much, man. Thanks for streaming and for being so much fun out in Vegas, man.
No, thank you, Nick. It was awesome meeting you too. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
One of the coolest things I loved about FanFest was like the common denominator for everybody that plays this game is like love and passion for Final Fantasy.
Absolutely.
So like that's what I love about this community. Like that's what's really cool about this community is like we all love and share that passion. So like to be able to see people and meet people for the first time in this community was such an awesome experience. Like meeting you guys and seeing you guys at FanFest was really cool for me too. Like I really appreciate that, and it was awesome too. If you ever guys want to talk PvP, ever want to talk fucking anything, feel free. I love you guys.
Absolutely, man. We're definitely going to have you on for a PvP show for sure.
Hey, I think the stream went down.
Yeah, I'm seeing that in the chat. But yeah, Joe, we're gonna definitely have you on the show in the future as a guest